Hello everybody, welcome back, and let's simply get started from here on. And finally, I'm back, and we can just simply go on working on that same project. So without any further delay, let's simply get started. Yeah, last time I had to just simply leave because of the call that I got, but right now it's gonna be simply straightforward, and we can just simply keep working on the project. Okay, so this much we've done. Ultimately, the whole setup is ready, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and that simply means let's simply get started from here on. And the first thing that I need to do, I was just simply getting all the participants, then I got this thing, but the problem was that these participants don't have the user data, like the exact user data that I need. That's right. So in that case, what can I do? This is gonna be what, a participants panel, right? So all the participants who are here. So just give me a moment. I need to store the information of all the participants. Not really, that is not needed, or this may be needed. So let me do one thing. I'm gonna be storing two things at a time. I'm gonna store the profile picture, I'm gonna store the name. These are the two things that are the most important ones. That's it. That simply means if I go to my backend, and inside this, if I check this socket.ts, from here I'm actually just simply sending the data. And especially when the data is being sent when I'm actually informing others. When am I informing others? When I'm actually granting the permission. So when I actually grant the permission, at that time I inform others, at that time I provide the participant info. And when it comes to this participant info, what all do I have for the participants info? Inside the participants info, I have this meeting participant, and they contain what? They only contain the connection ID, they contain the meeting ID, name and host. So meeting ID is there, host is there. That simply means doesn't matter what I do, but I will not be able to get the profile. Okay. So in that case, let me do one thing. What's gonna be the best way? Because by default I'm getting this thing over here. So this particular icon, again it takes time to just simply render the icon over here. So I cannot say that this is the most efficient way. Reload it. Coming back to this one, you will not getting the icon. Okay, why is that so? And how was I getting the icon earlier? So I just need to have the kind of icon over here. That icon could be anything, it doesn't really matter, right? So there can be any kind of icon, because if I actually try to get the icon over here, that's gonna be the most time consuming thing, and I don't want that to happen. Again, this icon is not visible over here because of some reason. So let me close everything. Coming back to this one over here, I can make a DB call and all, but at the end of the day, that's gonna be time consuming. Coming back to this one over here, I don't have this icon, of course. Let me click Ctrl Z. So I'm gonna be having just this default icon over here, just for showing purpose. And as for this name, the name is definitely gonna be available here, so that's gonna be p.name, and this is how I'm gonna be getting it, and that's it, no problem. P is possibly null, so it is just simply saying that the value of the P is probably null. In that case, I'm gonna be making sure that it does exist. It is saying the value is actually it may be null. Okay, so what can I do? All participants I'm getting. When I'm getting all participants, I'm gonna be doing one thing. If all participants dot length, if that's actually triple equals to 0, that means there are no participants I'm gonna be returning from here. This still doesn't solve either. Then I'm gonna be making sure the participant that I'm actually getting, that participant does exist. Okay, in that case, let me just I can just simply say if participant exists. In this case, just do this. So I don't even need to have this over here. This will directly work. So if there is participant, at that time I'm gonna be getting the name, otherwise I will not. So coming back to this one, if I just simply reload the page, unstoppable, enter. If I click on the participant, this is the first participant that I have. And similarly, if the other user actually tries to join this, so let me open another tab, keep it on the left side, keep it on the right side, paste the things here. Let's enter the name. That's actually gonna be Vipendra. Enter. I'll have to allow Vipendra wants to join. And right now this is like this. If I actually click on this, so there are two participants, but designing wise they don't look good. Okay. And not only that, I will have to check whether they are the host or not. And the host should always be at the top. So ultimately I need to filter it. Interesting. Okay, let me do it. But before even that, I'm gonna be giving them some design, and that's gonna be, this is the part, right? So ultimately it will have flex column, and gap is actually gonna be 3. So this is how it's gonna be going on. So this looks quite well. And not only that, the host that I have, what can I say, unstoppable should be you. So how does it even is this even shown? So I'm gonna be opening Google Meet just for a quick reference over here, exactly how are the things there. But again, the main focus is not gonna be the styling and all. I can spend a lot of time just styling the application. The overall business logic should be right. If the business logic is right, at the end of the day I don't really care anything else, because as for the remaining things I can simply make it better. I'm gonna be switching from here. Just a minute, coming back to this one. Let's simply return to the home screen. Let me go to this one. I'm gonna be creating a new meeting. But let me just have a look exactly what kind of facilities are provided here. Let's simply use this. I can't switch or what? Nope. If I actually open Google Meet here, I can enter the meeting code, right? Got it. Enter the code or the link. So let's simply copy it, enter it, join from here. So it should be able to, I have to allow, right? I'm not even getting that. Interesting. But at the end, ask to join, admit. So at the end of the day, what is happening? Okay. So first of all, I'm getting this icon. I'm even getting the profile. Great job. I'm actually getting lots of options. At the end of the day, the main goal is gonna be to create an application like this. This is even possible. I will have to just simply send a request to the database and all, and it will just give me the information, and I will be saving the email with the name and all. So this is definitely possible. But before that, I can even just unblock, mute them and all, and I have these many options here. And at the end of the day, if that is a meeting host, just below that I have this meeting host and I have this you. So I'm gonna be just implementing this much functionality. Apart from this particular thing, other functionalities are definitely gonna be implemented, but not now, because I have to remake this particular project. Remaking because I want to be sure that what I know. I don't wanna leave any doubt over here. Okay, maybe I know it or something. By the way, just before that, I'm gonna be just having one thing. So the name is gonna be here, and I'm gonna be adding you, and this u is going to be added on some condition. And what is that condition? If the participant I'm getting, that is participant dot name, if that's triple equals to just a sec, coming back to this one. First of all, I'll check whether this participant exists or not. So p, and if that does exist, in that case I will be doing this. And I need to have the info of the current participant over here that I already have. So I will just simply say that if a participant's name is equals to current participant name, in that case again it is saying that it does not exist. So current participant only if it does exist. In that case I will be going ahead with the things. What is the problem? The problem is that let's simply get rid of this. If participant and current participant, both of them do exist, in that case this is the condition that I will have. And if I just simply just after that, if I have this condition, if both of them exist, in that case I'm gonna be if participant exists, current participant exists, and participant's name is equals to current participant, in that case you crazy setup, crazy way to write the code, but okay, let's see how it goes. A, click on this, I'm getting A and I'm getting this U, so ultimately this works. So ultimately what I'm saying, if all these conditions are true, if a participant exists, if current participant exists, and participant name is equals to the current participant name, in that case it's going to be you, otherwise it's not gonna be you. So this is how it just simply goes, and this quite works. Not only that, the name that I'm actually printing over here, so name dot what else can I do? To name dot replace its zeroth in first letter, so nope, name zeroth index dot replace with name zeroth index dot to participant name zeroth index. I'm just simply trying to create a logic that makes it uppercase. This function is not, I could have created a a utility function that does this job, but okay, never mind, that can be let's create it right now. So inside utilities or helper function, I hope I have it here. So if I just remove this from here, p dot name is here directly. What is gonna be that utility function? Types, redux, providers, models, lib. Let me create a helper function just right here. So inside app, not inside app, actually inside front end, I'm gonna be creating a helper function. So there are gonna be helpers, and inside these helpers I'm gonna be having capitalize dot helper dot ts. Let me get the right name for it. So gonna be taking the help of AI over here. If there's a function that converts, that makes the first letter of a name, that converts the first letter of the name into uppercase, what should I name that? Here we are. That's gonna be capitalize name. Okay, so that's, I just had the capitalize. Okay, so let me make it better. That's gonna be capitalize name dot helper dot ts. This is how it's gonna be going on. In RFC this is just a function, so capitalize name. So this is how it's gonna be going on. By the way, this is just gonna be a function and it will be returning the value. This function is definitely gonna take the name, and as it takes the name, that's gonna be a string. Once it gets that particular string, after that, once I have the name, const first letter is gonna be name dot zero dot okay, I got the first letter. Once I got the first letter, after that const capitalize name, that is actually equals to function. So formatted name is this. Okay, the spelling is wrong, for formatted name, and that's gonna be equals to, so first of all I need to have the name, and then I need to replace it. So I have the name dot replace. Okay, what do I have to replace? Let's check this thing out. So I'm gonna be replacing the first letter of it. So first letter that I have, first letter of the first letter I got. Once I got the first letter, so I'm gonna be replacing the first letter with the first letter to uppercase. So this is how it's gonna be going on. So name dot replace, what am I replacing? I'm replacing the first letter that I have with the what I'm replacing, first letter to uppercase. With that I'm replacing, and at the end of the day I will just simply return the formatted name from here, and this should be working. Let's simply get rid of all these things from here. Nothing is needed as such. Coming back to this one, let's simply close this, and instead of having this like this, capitalize name, I'm gonna be giving it the p dot name, and that should be enough. So let's see how it looks like. Click on this one, there is no name as such. That simply means it does not work. Why is that so? Let's simply reload the page one more time. Click on this. Yeah, it works. So interesting, at least this thing is working right now. Apart from this particular thing, I can have many more options, I know, but overall this participant section is almost ready if other participants joins it, because the main focus is on the important aspects, like all the important things should be done, because again I'm gonna be working on it again on one more time, and at that time I can add whatever I just feel like adding, but right now I just want it to be quick. So I'm getting them right here. Coming back to this one, I'm getting them here as well, and that's it, nothing else. The another thing is that I can even sort it, and the host, if you are you should be at the top. So ultimately it can be sorted from here on. So I'm getting the all the participants, and what can I actually do once I got this? The current participant is gonna be at the top, so let's make it like this. So whoever is the current participant, the participant is gonna be actually like this. So if I come back here, you are always gonna be at the top. So unstoppable is here at the top, and coming back to this one, A is here at the top, so you will always be at the top. So at least this much thing is done as well. This is how I will have many participants and all. If I actually wanna check the result exactly how it's gonna be looking like. But one more thing, this is the participant I have, right? So I have participant panel. This is gonna be participant container. So let's cut it from here, and inside panel I will have participant container.tsx rfc participant container, and I'm just simply gonna be returning whatever I had there. I could have named it participant 2, that is even fine, but let's okay with that. And coming back to this one, and over here I'm gonna be passing first of all I need participant, I hope I'm not exporting it from there. So coming back to this one, export default, I have this participant container, but why is this not being exported? Current part is capitalized name. Let's simply get this as well. Coming back to this one, participant container, just like this. I'm gonna be passing participant is gonna be cut this from here, paste it here. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Coming back to this one, I will have participant over here. The type of this participant is actually gonna be participant, and the participant is actually gonna be a meeting participant. This is the type that's gonna be imported here. Once I have that, once I have the participant, I can just simply say that participant. I don't even need to have it like this, so I can just simply say that if I don't have the info of participant, if there is no participant, just simply return from here. Apart from this particular thing, in that case I can just simply get rid of this logic that I have over here, and the same thing is gonna be happening here. Let's get rid of it all. So this is how I will be going ahead, and this is actually gonna be the participant.name. The current participant is the problem, As for the current participant, I can just simply get the current participant here. So const current part, it's not gonna be like this. Use the selector. Things are not that hard as well, and that is why I just wanna focus on the most important things, and once they are done, then I can just simply focus on the designing part, styling part. That can be done anytime. So you can anytime style your application, but if let me get the current participant from here. Current participant, I'm gonna be having it here. Current, not participant, not Control C, Control V, root state. This is how it's gonna be going on. I hope I have turned the chats off and all, and if I don't have the current participant, if not current participant, still I will be just simply returning from here. So I'm gonna be checking for both, and because of this thing I will not have to use this. I think I don't need to worry about it. So in that case, I can just simply use it like this, capitalize the name, nothing could be better than that. Coming back to this one, enter the name, that's gonna be unstoppable, enter. Okay, one more name, VIP. Coming back to this one, if I just simply click on this, this VIP is being shown over here. Another participant can join as well. So if I just simply reload the page, let's name it Raj and enter, and I can allow. Once allowed, I'm getting VIP and I'm getting Raj here, and just like this I can have many more. So what I can do, I can just simply come here, this participant. What is the problem with this? The value of this participant can actually be null, and that's the main problem. So in that case, it is just simply saying that meeting participant or null is not assignable to meeting participant. This null value is not assignable to that. So I'm gonna be making sure that the value does exist. So participant this way. What is the problem right now? Null is not assignable, so that value can definitely be null. So in that case, let me go back here, and the type that I have, this can actually be null here as well. So let me make it this as well. Because of this, I should not be getting the error. This here is actually gone too, and once this is done, I'm gonna be just simply copying it, pasting it many times. Because I just really want to check how it looks like. Fragment. So this is how it's gonna be looking like at the end of the day, and that is fine. And if there are more than okay, this is where it's gonna be problematic. So this is what I have to just fix it. So how can I fix it? So the div that I have, this is gonna be alrighty, then just got a call. Let's continue from here on, and I hope the network connectivity is good. Connectivity, are you good? I hope it's gonna be good. Let's go on. It's gonna be alright. One, I am not getting suggestions here, so I think now I'm getting the suggestions actually. So what I can do, overflow I already have. So overflow y scroll actually. So now it is going to be scrollable, and that's this is not what I want. So overflow is scroll y, or let's make it y auto. So what is the problem here? If I make it hidden, coming back to this one, no participant as such. Didn't I enter the name? I did. Mainly because I need to allow. Okay, done, allowed. So these are the participants that I have. Any way to just simply make it overflow hidden? This is not working. This is insane. Having said that, this is flex. Is this because of this? So column and all. Let me get rid of this and see the action. Nope, this is not because of that. So overflow by hidden. Let me go to Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS. Nah re baba. tailwind css.com control K. Arey nah, it doesn't work. Control K should be working. It doesn't work here. This is insane. Control K. Wow. Let's simply click on this overflow, showing content that overflows examples. Click on this. So overflow visible, overflow hidden. Okay, this is what I want. So overflow auto will just do the job. So let me remove that y from here. Okay, let me get rid of this overflow auto. Coming back to this one. Is this really working? Not really, I don't think so. Bro, what am I missing here? Why is my overflow not working? I have this top level div. Inside this I have many participants, and I am setting overflow to auto. So what do I have? So this is the top level div. The class is actually overflow auto. Control C, overflow x auto, so it works on the x-axis. This works on the y-axis. Height, I need to fix a height. Okay, sorry. It needs to have the height as well. So coming back to this one, does it have the height? It doesn't have the height. Should I give it the height? Let's give it a flex 1. Coming back to this one, it still did not work. How about giving it height full? It still did not work. What is the height of the upper? I have this panel, so just above this panel, what do I have? What is panel is this? Participants panel, right? So this is the participant panel, and I have this chats panel, participant container. So I have to go to this view. So not this view, this one, sidebar view. So I have this participant panel and all. Height full, BG red 300. Okay. Coming back to the upper level, and that is meeting sidebar view panels, and this should be inside meeting bar. So meeting sidebar content, I have these panels over here. This has height full, hidden. Let me make it flex column. Flex column is by default, so I don't even need to worry about it. Is that so? Not really, that is not. So I have to make it flex column. So this is how it's gonna be going on. And as for this one, it will be taking the remaining space. That simply means flex 1 is gonna be here. What is the problem here? I have participants panel, and when it comes to this participants panel, height is gonna be if I make it around 60. Now it works. So mainly height is the issue over here. It doesn't have any fixed height, and because of that thing it doesn't seem to be working. In that case, in order to give it the fixed height, I have what? This is the participant panel. Participant panel is actually inside the container. So I have this participant panel over here. I have chats panel. Both of them are gonna be here, and both of them need to have some width. Can I give it some fixed width, height? And that is understandable. I can just give it like that as well, right? But apart from this particular thing, is there any better way? The network issue. Why am I facing the network issue? Okay, let me get my mobile connected directly because I've been facing the network issues 3949, and then it's gonna be done. Then that simply means I will not face the network issue. Connected, and hopefully right now I'm not gonna be facing the network issue anymore. And if I still face, then nothing could be worse than this. Slowly it's increasing, and it's gonna be fine. I know that. because right now mobile is connected. Okay, coming back to this one, BG red, no red. Wow. So this is the top level one. BG red 500. Amazing job. This is not visible at all. So how about the height? It is not visible at all. That simply means I have this meeting sidebar tabs, I have meeting sidebar content. Both the things are gonna be here, and this is the meeting sidebar section, right? So this, let's go to this meeting sidebar, and I'm actually gonna be having it inside. This designing thing takes time, yeah. I mean, more time than it should be taking, but okay. Meeting page.tsx. I have this meeting sidebar over here. This is already flex. As this is already flex, let me give it a media container in this BG red 300. That's the whole thing. That is only this much. Okay. How about this meeting sidebar? This does not have any color at all. So if I give it BG class name BG red 500, so why doesn't it have any color? That's insane. If I actually go to the meeting tabs, it has the white color. Meeting side content. Let's simply remove this BG gray from here. So right now it has 500 or something. Okay. So what I actually want to do, coming back to this one, it has the full color, right? So I'm gonna be giving it a BG gray around 700 it was. Don't know. Let's see. 500. So it's been like that. And flex 1, that's also fine. It has the like as much width as possible. Just after that, inside this this is flex light. So let me do one thing. Coming back to this one, I'm gonna be making it flex. So whatever there is inside this, so they're gonna be flex still there. And just in here it can actually be flex 1, and after that flex column. I do need to have flex column over here, and if I want to have flex column, I need to have flex as well. So this is how things are gonna be going on. Height full, let's simply get rid of this height full property, not needed. Still I will have that. So flex 1, flex column. As for the BG color, so BG red 300. Let's check this thing out. So it does have the full width. Coming back to this one, hopefully it will work. So coming back to this one, inside this sidebar, so once I'm inside this particular sidebar, I'm just simply saying that it's gonna be having flex 1. So that simply means participant panel and chat panel, both of them are gonna be having flex 1. Okay, it will have full width. So let's even check this thing out. So first of all, BG at 300, it does have that. Interesting. Coming back to this participant panel, and inside this participant panel, let me give it color as well. BG red 300. It has only that much. So if I just simply remove this height from here, flex does not work. Great. So even if I'm going to give it flex, so it's not gonna be working. So if I just remove some of the participants from here, sorry, just I keep getting the calls, and the thing is that I can't really ignore them. They are kind of the important ones. So yeah, sometimes it happens. Let's continue. So coming back, how is this responding? Quite crazy. Okay, so here we are, and in this particular section, I hope everything's clear right now. Am I audible? Hello, 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 hello. I hope everything's clear right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started from here on. And what I was busy doing, that was this thing. So over here, I don't even think that this is working fine. Let me reload the page. Wow. And this is insane. Why is this happening so? Because I'm not hiding it actually. So it's not hidden. And because of the let me give it one more try. So all of them are visible. So if I click on this gets removed. By default that is visible. Okay, fine. So what am I supposed to be doing here? If I'm making that visual, that's gonna be crazy. And that simply means, oh, first of all, I just changed. What did I just change? Set meeting state. What is the problem? Meeting state meeting is type unknown. Type unknown. Frontend app main page.tsx. I just changed something here. Okay. Permission denied. Does not exist. Literally. So ultimately, the meeting does not exist. Have I deleted? I do have it here. I think I need to reload the page for that. Am I still going to get the same error? Well, I think that was mainly because of some caching related issue, because at least right now I'm not facing the same error. Okay, great. Coming back to this one, the result over here, if I just simply reload it, so this is how it looks initially. So ultimately the previous steps are still on. I'm not hiding them. Interesting. So first of all, let me give it a, don't give the color to the main sidebar. So ultimately I can come back to this one, and I tried giving the color over here. So this is the meeting sidebar, and I try to set the color here, but if I set the color directly over here, that's gonna be problematic. So I'm mainly gonna be setting the color for this container here. So let's simply have the color somewhere here, not BG gray around 500. Let me have it here, and now this is fine, but still this is not fine. I will have meeting sidebar tabs, view tabs and view panels. That means it's fine. And I keep messing up with the things on my own too. Sometimes it gets crazy. First of all, let's close this. I'm gonna be having only one. Let's get rid of this. Deny. Reload the page. So this is how mainly it looks like. And right now I'm still getting this particular div. And this is not the. This is already the participant section. What did I miss? Okay, let's go through the things one by one. Otherwise, it's gonna be quite even crazy knowing the bug. So first of all, this particular section is not hidden. That should be hidden by default, but for some reason it is not hidden. Okay, so what I need to do, the content is not hidden, right? So this particular section, I mainly need to check the is meeting sidebar content visible over here, and this will be coming from here. So let me check the value of this. CLG is meeting content sidebar. Okay, this is gonna be visible. Let me make it quick. Am I back? I have no idea. Literally, sometimes things go so crazy on my side. Hello, 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 hello.
Quick.
Am I audible?
Am I back?
Okay, never mind. I just need to calm myself down and continue. This is the only option I have. By the way, continuing from here on, even I was facing the bug. By the way, the value of this visible is actually false. So as the value is already false, so is the meeting hidden? So if is meeting false, that simply means it becomes true, and if it becomes true, it should be hidden. So why is this not even hidden? Let me make it hidden directly. Then see the result. So this is how it looks like when it is actually hidden. And if I make it hidden from my side, so it doesn't get hidden. So it still remains same. So not is meeting sidebar visible. That this should actually become should become true. That simply means it should become hidden. So over here the value I have, that is true. So that simply means why this CN is not working, because this will no doubt gonna be true. If this is true, then hidden should be there. For some reason this doesn't seem to be working. Crazy error. I think this is the error from the caching side if I'm not wrong. So let me stop the front end, because all this styling and everything is perfectly fine. And if I'm still getting the error, so that is merely because of the caching or something. Okay, merely the error is on the front end side. npm run dev. Coming back to this one, reload the page, F5. Okay, gonna be taking some time to compile this stuff. New name, still getting that. The visible actually becomes false ultimately. Still not able to connect, that is fine, not really big problem. But if I actually make it true directory over here, then what will happen? If I actually make it true, then FDS, it is still visible. Even true, it is still visible. Insane level of crazy thing is done. This is still visible. Amazing job. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna be creating another class name, and not content actually, that should actually be, I will be changing the name very soon. And what will I be doing here? If true, in that case hidden, and the remaining styles, so copy them from here. For some reason that utility is not working. I crazy, control X, control V, and once this is done, get rid of this. Once I've gotten rid of this, I'm gonna be making it the class name. So once this is done, let's check this thing out. Right now it's hidden, and I can just simply make it not is a meeting sidebar open, content visible. Okay, right now it is working. So what was the reason behind that? VN, click on this, things are working fine. So why wasn't the CN working well? So maybe I was exporting the wrong thing, probably. Let's go a few steps back. Because the logic was right, this is right. So what is the issue that I'm not getting the expected result? Where am I getting this CN from? CN, leave utilities, coming from the right place. Still I'm getting this error. Should be being exported from here only. And I'm even being called to call somebody. This is just a sec. Alrighty, replied. So this is the issue. So ultimately, at the end of the day, this CN is not working well for some reason. So CN Tailwind CLS gets the input, simply merges them. Why is this not working? अब नहीं कर रहा तो नहीं कर रहा भाई. Simple thing. I can go with my own way, and that way is pretty simple. That is, instead of using going ahead with the things like this, I'm gonna be going with this mark here. I mean, whatever the name of this mark. And once I'm done with this, and this, yeah, that is fine. After that, let me remove this quotation mark, and this should be inside the curly braces, and then $sign. After that, let's remove this. After that, let's remove this, and nope, don't remove that like that. So this is actually fine, interesting. And I'm gonna be keeping the things in one line. I'm gonna be removing this. It's actually gonna be like this. Okay, fine. So if true, it's gonna be hidden, otherwise it's gonna have this, and I'm gonna be making is not sidebar visible. Don't know, for some reason that CN is not working. Usually it works. Don't know what actually happened with that. Maybe CN is actually angry or what. Clicked on this, this is visible. And right now let's simply start focusing on this particular section. Things go crazy. The most expected things, sometimes they don't even work. For some reason CN doesn't work, but so far it's been even working. Okay, never mind, some package related issue or something. Coming back to this one, I was mainly fixing this. So when I was fixing this, where is the color where I'm giving it? So I have this participant panel. So this participant panel is gonna have this busy red color. Okay, so what do I actually want? I'm gonna be making it flex 1. It doesn't work. Interesting. So this did not work. Apart from this particular thing, the top level div, this is the one. Flex 1 is already here. Let me hit bg green 300. It does have the entire width. Okay, that's fine. The same thing I want for these. So okay, I will have to make it flex. Great job. Phew. Okay, it is flex column. This is fine. And coming back to this one, इधर क्या करना है? Things are flex. Let me make it flex 1. This time it should be working. Okay, काम तो कर रहा but कुछ गलत तरीके से. I mean, it doesn't have what? px5. Why? What it has at the top? Maybe padding or something. Coming back to this padding top 30. Wow, amazing job, great job, fantastic job ever. So this is how it looks like. So padding top, and that's gonna be around 10. Okay, this is how it's gonna be going on. It should be more than enough. And just after that, what am I gonna be having here? Coming back to this one, I'm gonna be auto flow, right? It's time to multiply these and see what happens. 1 2 का 4 and auto control C. अरे रुक जा भाई. Paste it again, and this does not work. This simply means if you have a flex 1 that takes the entire height, if you are applying a overflow auto, that will not work. So overflow auto mainly works on fixed height. It does not work otherwise. Crazy thing, but amazing thing. Ultimately I learned this. What else could be better than this? And as for this flex one, this does not seem to be working. Is there any another way? Max height, minimum height, flex 1. Nope. Let me take the help of AI over here. Overflow doesn't work on flex 1. Good question. Overflow is not working on flex 1 element. The problem usually is the element doesn't have a constrained height. Yeah, that's right. Okay, flex 1 in the sense take as much width as available, and because of that thing it gets that errors. Okay, flex 1 means it makes the element grow to fill available space, but one parent doesn't have a height. There is no available space available. So in that case, minimum height 0 to the flex. That's right. So in that case, content should scroll. So why minimum height 0 works? Correct fix, most common solution. Add minimum height 0 to the flex parent. This is the most important fix. So first of all, I'm making the height 0, and then once it is actually made to 0, it will work. Let's see. Then I will check why it works and all. But first of all, it doesn't seem to be working. Let me copy and paste some things. Coming back to this, what it is saying, this is the most important fix in Tailwind plus flex layout. So at the end of the day, flex 1, minimum height 0, overflow y auto. I don't think this is gonna be working. No way. But what's the harm in trying that? This one. Yeah, this is not working at all. I simply need to have fixed height. That is the only solution right now. So let's go with that. And apart from this particular thing, minimum height 0, that doesn't work. Minimum height 0 doesn't work. Minimum height 0 doesn't work. Then the issue is deeper. Then overflow only works on the height and constraint. Yeah, that's right. Overflow only works on the height constraint. In this case, I'm just simply gonna be doing one thing. px5 that is okay. Px5 text to excel flex is gonna be this, and minimum height flex 1, let's simply remove it, and gap 3 everything is fine. Overflow is good too. Height is gonna be 96. It's time to check it. So 96 is this much. Oh, really less. 1000 pixel. Ah, not 100, 1000. So let me make it 900, 800. A little more, that could be 55. Oh, tring, 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 tring. First of all, the padding that I'm actually giving before that, I will be getting rid of that padding. So the padding 10 is quite too much. Let's make it 5. So this is more than enough. After that, this section, right, the height of this section, this is actually gonna be around 860 pixel, probably 70, 80, too much, 70 expected, 72. I don't know how long will I keep playing with this pixel thing. 75, too much, 73, 74, hey bhai, 76, 77, okay, a little more, maybe 78. Now this is fine. So this I can make it 79. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going with this much, and what can I write this? This is gonna be height, no, written as 219. So let's make it 220. So height 219. How about this? Let's make it 220, and this should be enough. Alrighty, got it. And apart from this particular thing, let's simply get rid of this. So overall, this looks like this, and yeah, it works quite well. That's what I wanted. Nothing could be better than this. Having said that, if I click out, that is gone, and well, chat. Huh. If I click on the chat, okay, chat panel comes here at the end. Got it. So what I actually want, ki bro, this chat panel should be, how should it be looking like? Collapse everything first of all, getting confusing. Meeting sidebar. Once I'm inside this, I have sidebar content. Inside sidebar content, I have these panels. Inside these panels, I have 2 panels, and they should be rendered conditionally. Conditionally in the sense, inside chat participant, if I go inside this one, this CN is not working. Don't know for what reason. npm install one more time. npm run dev. Why is the CN not working here? Overall things are right. I'm using shared CN, that should definitely be working. ABC. Click on this. Yep, this is not working. I had better go with my normal logic. No use combining the stuff, combining the classes using this. So let me do one thing. Content. Well, it should be class name actually, but class name. But I cannot have the class name again, so I'm gonna be taking this just for temporary purpose. And just here, gonna be cutting from here. Control X. Gonna be pasting here. Nope, not like this. Gonna be pasting the style like this, and not only that, gonna be pasting this much as well. Sorry, copying first of all, pasting it like this, managing everything on my own. Delete this. Instead of this content, I'm gonna be having class name over here, and this way it should be working. Not only that, this is all about the participant, and next I have to go to the chats panel. Over here the same problem, don't know for what reason, but it is. So content, and this and control X. Okay, fine. This should be great. So clicked on participant, all the participants are visible right now. Clicked on the chat, only chat section is visible. So this is how they are gonna be going ahead. Clicked on outside, that's collapsed. Great. If I click on chat, chat is only gonna be visible. If I click on participant, participant is gonna be visible. Interesting job. The next thing that I'm gonna be doing here, and that is I already have these participants. Okay, they are just for the showing purpose and all. So once I have the participants, I need to just work on the chat section. Great. So this CN doesn't work. Usually it works. For some reason it is not working. So never mind. We are just simply gonna be managing the things on our own. And apart from this particular thing, control KW, and after that what I need to do, inside this sidebar I have content. Inside this content I have view panel. Inside this view panel I have this chat panel, and this time I need to just design it. Let me copy some style from here. Copying the style in the sense, bro, I'm gonna copy everything. Control C. Okay, coming back to delete this. Coming back to the chats panel, copy paste. Having said that, class name, fine, and this should be actually chats. Have a look at the result. It actually looks like this, and that's not bad actually. Okay, coming, let's work on some more things. So the chat actually starts from here. I'm gonna be having a div over here, and let's give it some color. Class name BG red 300, so that I can just, well, there's nothing inside that. So this is how it's gonna be looking like. This is already flex, so I'm gonna be making it a flex 1 so that it has the full width. And at the end of the day, it has more than it should be having. In that case, what is the height here? The height is still that much, so in that case I'm gonna be making it 215 should be somewhere. This is not fine at all. Let's remove this height as well. So by default it's gonna be like this, and this itself is gonna be flex 1, so that I have the things like this. So participant, अब ये क्या है भाई? Okay, this appears. This is insane. How can I get rid of this? How to remove scroller in Tailwind? How to create a scroller element in Tailwind without a scroll bar? Yeah, so white space no wrap, so overflow auto, white space no wrap, control shift C, control C actually. Let's see whether it actually works or not. This should be participant section. Gonna be having it over here. This does not work. So white space no wrap, what does this do? There must be a way to just simply remove this. So no scroll bar, WebKit scroll bar. Fine. I'm looking for the option for the Tailwind, but it is just simply giving me the utilities. I can have a layer, and that layer is gonna be no scroll bar, and I'm gonna be using no scroll bar like this. Interesting. Any another way? No another way as such. The question is, how will you be using utility in the new version of scroll bar width is actually gonna be none in Tailwind 4. Utility no scroll bar. Let's see what is the version of the Tailwind that I'm actually using right now for that thing. Tailwind css.com version 4.2. okay, that's great. So if I actually just do this, that simply means I need to go where? If I'm using Tailwind, I need to go to the CSS file, and that is कौन सी फाइल है भाई? Collapse everything. CSS So that must be inside app. Inside app I have this global CSS, and these things got created because of at the rate utility Nova, because of Shadisian, and now I will have the utility, and that's gonna be no scroll bar width is gonna be none. Let's go to the top, and overall things are fine. Coming back to this one, if I actually have no scroll bar here, let's check the result out. Click on this, and amazing job, we don't have scroll bar here. Okay, still what is the okay, this scroll bar appears. I'm gonna be removing this scroll bar as well. So how can I remove this scroll bar? So I need to go to the top level in the sense what, top level in the sense and why do I have that scroll bar? Because of this. Okay, so it is mainly because it has more than more width than it should be having, sorry, height. So to fix this, I can even come to this participant panel. I am already in, and when I'm already in, let me make it 15, maybe 210, come on, 200, maybe 195, nope, not that much, 195. Now it looks good. By the way, it could be a little less, around 93, maybe 90. I should be able to edit. This is good, isn't it? Yeah, so it should be actually 91. A little more, could be 92. That's it. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead, and this is how I have the things. If I click on this, no change at all. The UI is fixed though. That's what I wanted at the end of the day, and nothing could be better than this. Okay, coming back to this one chat section. Over here, what I have. So when it comes to chat, so chat होनी कैसी चाहिए भाई? It should be the participant name. It should be ultimately name. So if you are the one, you should be there. If other participant is there, other participant's name. So this is how. So your message. So your message should be on the left side. Other participant's message should be on the right side, and the it should be like I will get the first letter of the participant. Let me open Google Meet. It's like get the first letter of the participant, simply show that, and you are done. Am I facing the network issue? Obviously I am. Okay, getting closer. The network connectivity at least should be fine right now. Okay, it's good right now. That simply means the stream is not gonna be buffering. And coming back to this Meet, click on this, create an, okay, not this one, click on an instance meeting. Here I am, and if I actually click on chat section, hi. So ultimately what happens, another person needs to join. Let me copy the link, or this is the code. Let me get another person here. So allow, join, change the ID, get rid of this, got it, enter the meeting code, join, ask to join. I'll actually have to allow, okay. Once this is done, then I'm gonna be back to this chatting section. Hello. Then gonna be checking the result over here. So it is like C, yeah, that's what okay, there is name as well. This coding the code, it came from the coding the code. So hi. Coming back to this one. So I'm getting this message from Vipen Singh Patel. if I say bye, so yeah, there is name, there is time, there is this. I'm gonna be going with this only. I don't even need to have the name. C should be enough for that. I can even have the name depending on the situation. And this as well. Control W, and this and this and this. Okay, coming back to this one. Got the overall idea exactly how it should be looking like. So for that particular thing, as for these things, let me get rid of these. That's gonna be only one participant over here, and just after that, okay, fine. And apart from this particular thing, it's time to go to the chat participant. Let's close everything, and the chat panel, this is the one. Over here I have this top level div, and that is okay, it has the width and all. And in this one I'm gonna be having mainly two divs. ID is gonna be you, and the second one is gonna be ID is gonna be the others. Okay, what will I have inside you? First of all, both of them are gonna be the same. That simply means what can I say? I will have the icon. That simply means later. What kind of icon should I be having here? The later icon. Icon generator using letters. So generate icons, free icons, later go. Package. So free icon generator. Free icon generator. There was a what package? Create an icon from text. Icon. Let me make it simple. By the way, icon font generator. Let me make it simple. Simple in the sense what I will have a letter, and first of all, there's gonna be image or div. There's gonna be first div. That is mainly gonna be for the image. There's gonna be another div that will be for the message. So this is gonna be, suppose A is gonna be here, just for an example. And apart from this particular thing, the main message. So hi, I am the message. So this is how it's gonna be going on. As for the time and all, I can add it later, but at least I'm going to have these many things. I even need to send the files. That's gonna be even insane in that case, because if I'm actually sending the files, I need to just simply show the file over here. And how will I send the file in the socket? I will be even checking this thing out. First of all, let's implement this particular functionality. Like you should be able to just simply send the message, and after that I will work on sending the files and all. There should be others. And by the way, over here this should be on the left side, this should be on the right side. So when it comes to the class name, first of all it should be flex, and flex margin left is gonna be auto, just like this. It's also gonna be flex margin right is gonna be auto. Let's see how it looks like. Coming back to this one, so both of them are at the beginning only. Okay, let me give them width is gonna be full. It doesn't change at all. That's great. I'm gonna be giving them width full as well. Still does not change. Interesting. Okay, it doesn't seem to be working. In that case, I can do one thing, and that is how can I place them. Margin should definitely be working. So margin left auto should be on the left side. If I'm making both of them margin auto, right auto, class bg green 300. This actually looks like this, and the things inside this, they should have the margin, right? So if I'm actually giving it with full bg blue 300, So the whole thing at the end of the day looks BG blue, BG red. So ultimately this is the whole thing, right? And not white. Now it's white. So it is that. And when it is actually that, in that case I'm just simply saying that margin right should be auto, and then this should be moved, but it is not moving. So what another property do I have for getting the same thing done? Getting the same thing done, moving it. Am I supposed to be making them relative? But if I make them relative, they are gonna be relative to that. This is not what I want. No way that it's gonna be working. I can't even flex. Do I even need this? Yeah, I need this. So I can't even use flex because in flex I don't get the. I get it. I can do it. That simply means if this is flex, so I am gonna be making it flex once this is actually flex, and after that I don't need to make it margin auto if it doesn't work. Width full, don't even need to do this. But I need to do is to what is that property? Self and okay, let me make it flex row. In that case things are not going to be working as expected, so it needs to be flex column only, so that they are on top of each other. But apart from this particular thing, I'm gonna be having this self end mainly sends it to the end. So just I'm not getting even suggestions. Reload the window. Align. Loading. How long will it load? No suggestions. Okay, finally getting the suggestions right now. And items, baseline items, and I don't really want this. And there must be a property for column as well. So I have self opposite of self in tailwind. Self start, self end, and justify self. Justify self end. So it should have width full. Not this, yeah, not this particular section. First of all, this yeah, I should have width full. So width full, and the same thing is gonna be actually happening here as well, width full. And let's remove this margin related stuff. So it's the same thing is gonna be happening over here. Justify self start BG red 300, and width is gonna be full. Well, they don't have width full. If I actually remove this width section, okay, coming back to this, it actually looks like this. So some way or the other, this is flex 1, that is okay. I'm not setting them as flex 1. Coming back to this, it is not working. They are gonna be taking equal okay. Justify self start, it is gonna be start, so red should be at the start. Justify self start. if I actually make it start, this doesn't work at all if I'm not wrong. So even if I'm using this or not, it does not have any effect on this. And it turns out to be right, it does not really have any effect. In that case, I need to make it flex, that is for sure. So this flex property should definitely be here, so this is gonna be here. And once this property is here, now I need to do what? This flex one doesn't even work, so let's simply, I think this works but does not work as expected. So even if I have them, so they are gonna be taking the equal width, and that is something I don't want. And most importantly, this should be flex column. Okay, this thing is done. And apart from this particular thing, I'm gonna be removing this the value of this flex 1 from here. Control D, let's remove from both the places. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Apart from this particular thing, now I can have the value of justify self and end अरे भाई क्या हो रहा है, justify self and why is this not working? Probably because it doesn't have its full. Justify self and is mainly for the children. Justify and for children. Justify self and aligns individual child element to the end right side in the left to right languages of its area. So I think it is mainly for the grid. Yeah, it is mainly for the grid. So if you have some grid containers and all, at that time this is gonna be used. You can't really use it directly. What to do if I want to place the child element on the right using flex, just one child element, otherwise I will have to use grid over here. Margin auto, I tried it but it is not working, and the thing is that it does not work when there is flex. So it is just simply saying that parent display flex on the right, margin left, it should be working. I tried it but it did not work. So this is also one of the ways, but the thing is that I tried but it did not work. Let me give it one more try. So margin left, and that's gonna be auto. Oh, it worked. Sorry, maybe I didn't try it harder. Sorry. It does work. So mainly it only works when there is flex. If I just actually remove the flex from here, then it's not gonna work. So it works when there is flex property. At that time it's gonna be going to the right side. That's what I wanted. Sorry, didn't really try this thing well. Coming back to this one. So I'm gonna be having this flex one. This is mainly for what? Flex. Hang on for a sec. Flex one, so that it takes the whole height. After that, flex column, so that they are on top of each other. And after that, width full. This is not quite required here, or is it required? Nope, it is not required. Blue 300. Let's simply get rid of this now. So it's gonna be just like this. Apart from this, margin left auto BG green. Let's simply get rid of this as well. So I'm actually gonna be having it like this. And this itself is gonna be flex, so that I can have them side by side. Gap is actually gonna be around 3 or something. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. So done. And apart from this particular thing, I'm gonna be copying and pasting the same thing here. Or I could have done one thing. Okay, just simply copy the class only, Control C and Control V. So let's simply replace it. This time margin right is actually gonna be auto. By the way, that is already there by default, so no need to worry about this. So this is how I'm gonna be having the things. And as for the width is just gonna be half, or width is gonna be 1/3, not 1/3, yeah, 2/3. And if I just try to check the BG color, BG red 300. So yeah, only this much can be the width. Let's simply get rid of it. Once I have this much over here, I'm gonna be giving it some gap of 3 around, so that there is some gap. And not only that, it needs to be given some style. So class name BG, what color? BG BG gray 800. Next is gonna be white. Padding is gonna be 5. Too much, 3. Rounded, full, PX3. Nope, 5. Fine, but it's too big actually. In that case, let's give the padding only 2, and maybe 1. It's gonna be too less in that case. This is fine. Icons are gonna be okay with that much width as well. 3 or 2. Let's give it 3. Okay, this makes sense. And once this much is done, items are gonna be center as well. Apart from this particular thing, fine, this much is okay. This particular thing should be on the left side. Let me get it here. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead, and it will have the same width as well. So width is gonna be 2/3. So let's simply keep it here. So this is how I'm gonna be having. Oh, what? Sorry. I should be giving it here. 2/3 width. Okay. Even if it has the 2/3 width, that simply means, let me check the BG red 300. So not 30, 300. So even it has 2/3 width, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be saying that, bro, you have flex, great, and flex, justify, and so this is how it's actually gonna be going on. Let's simply remove this part as well. Done. Whew. And this is gonna be altogether a component itself. So I'm gonna be creating a component, and that's gonna be chat message. So just here, chat message.tsxrfc, chat message. This chat message will be getting the message only. Okay, not true. This chat message will be getting few things. Message and side. Okay, let's go ahead. Message can be string. Side actually can be either left or right. Done. Great. Let's simply get rid of this much. Get rid of this. Coming back to this. Cut it all from here. Is that so? Do I really need to do this? So this is the left message, sorry, right message. This is the left message, and what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna be getting it all from here. So even if I get it all from here, then this is the top level div that I have that makes everything work. So why not copy the whole thing from here? Great. Once it is actually copied, I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna be pasting everything. Once everything is pasted, chat message and it will be getting two things. So first of all, message is gonna be hi there, and side is gonna be left. Chat message. Okay, what is the issue? The issue is that this chat message hasn't been imported. It has been imported. So what is the issue? The issue is that type is side string is not assignable to type string. Message string. I'm sending a prop. Sorry. Then this is not the right way. Sorry for that. Let me do one thing. Get the message. Get the side. Type of message gonna be string. Type of side gonna be left or right, or start and end. I mean, yeah, let's go with this only, because justify flex properties are start end, so even they are left right too, so I can even go with this, not really big problem. So this much I've done, and the thing is that I'm gonna be changing the style depending on the need. So first of all, Control X, paste it here. As for this margin left auto, if side triple equals to left means left होना चाहिए, that simply means margin left auto, that means right होना चाहिए. So if that is equals to left, that means message should be on the left side, that simply means margin right should be 0, sorry, auto. So if that's equals to right, in that case margin right side, margin left should be auto, and auto, otherwise margin right should be auto. So this is how it's gonna be going on, and the same style needs to be copied for others as well. No, at least this is right, or I can say simply put if that's equals to right, in that case just do this much, don't do anything else, that's it. If that's equals to margin side is equals to right, so margin left should be auto, and over here cut everything, paste everything, and what will I be checking here? If side that's super equals to something, then do this margin right. So what is that something going to be? If that's equals to left, size equals to left, that means this size margin right should be auto, left, margin right should be auto, yeah, that's right. So let's see whether it actually works or not. Coming back to this, how does it look like? Whew, why is that so? I gave it the size, ML, MR, right, left, sign, things are fine. Coming back to this one, I have only one message. Oh, only one message is there. Two options are here and there is only one message. That is not good thing. That simply means I need to have only one box. In that case, that's gonna be problematic. I need to even change the order. Calm down, we can do it. So what I'm gonna be doing, first of all, I need to have only one, and then I need to change many things. Let's remove this ID. Let's remove this ID as well. And the thing is that I'm going to go with only one div, and that div should simply render the message. Having two things at the same time. Okay. Or to be precise, I can say one thing. You I'm gonna be going with this. I mean, I know this is not the best way, but if that's you, over here I'm just simply gonna be rendering the things conditionally. So if you, in that case, this, otherwise this. This is the easiest thing I can do right now, so that is why I'm gonna be doing it. And then this should be, let me keep it at the top, so that first of all, you, whether you are the one, what is the message, what should be the size, or it doesn't matter how I keep it. Message, give it the size, give it, and whether you are the one sending the it. Okay, it is even fine, that doesn't really matter. Coming back to this one, over here I've given it the message, I've given it the size. You are the one or not, so you is actually gonna be true in this case, and the same thing should be false on the other case. So if I am the one, then right side message should be, it should be on the right side. If I'm not the one, it should be on the left side. So left side message. Coming back to this each. Coming back to this one, things are quite visible, but they are not as expected, so I will be fixing it, not really a big problem. But at the end of the day, things are quite BG red of 300. Why is that so? So it's like that is being rendered twice, and that should not be happening. So I'm rendering the whole thing, so let me cut it from here actually, and I'm going to have first of all, let me come back here. All these things need to be wrapped inside a div. This div mainly, cut it, paste it, and coming back to this, cut it, paste it. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead with the things. Coming back to this, check the result. This is how they go ahead. Okay, one thing is clear, apart from this particular thing, BG red. Okay, let's simply get rid of this. Coming back to this particular message, this message is not being shown the right way. So which is the message? I'm on the, first of all, let's have the message here. So the message is actually gonna be the message, just like this. So okay, right side message, same is gonna be here. So message is actually gonna be message. Once this is done, then done. So this is how it's gonna be going on. And then there is some extra space. Why is that so? I think this is a right side message, right? It doesn't have the full width. Is that so? So let's come back here, and it has full width. Those messages don't have their full width. So coming back to this message that I have, if I make it div and class name width full, then what will happen? BG red 300, then what will happen? Come on. So it does have full width. So margin left. What is the problem with this then? It works in this case, margin left auto, but it doesn't work in this case. Literally, because the side can actually be left or right. Coming back to this one, left, this should actually be right. Now it is fine. And if I actually made it left back, then what was the problem with this? The problem was that this is on this side, and what is this space? Extra space was here, because I think I'm giving it some kind of padding. So if that is actually left, so yeah, px is equal to 3, and that's the same thing that was there. So overall things are fine, it is working well, and this should actually be the right one. And as you click on participant, you are going to be getting all the participants. Click on chat, you will be getting the chat. Again, this does not look good, the styling. For the styling section, this is going to be the top level div, right, for the styling section. So on the top level div I'm talking about, this is the div that I have. So let me give some style to this div only. Right now it is like this. And then BG red, what a BG red, BG gray 600. How about 500? That's the same. 400. Let's go with 600. And apart from this particular thing, py is gonna be 1, and ps is actually gonna be 2. Rounded is gonna be large. Okay, and let's go only with this much. I'm gonna be having messages like this, ascent and descent, something like this. This is the most easiest thing to do. After that, you can add the name here just at the top, really in small letters. You can even add the time, completely up to you, but overall things are gonna be like this. Okay, so this much is done. Even we have to send the files and all, so in that case that's gonna be quite a big one, but let's see how we are gonna be even managing that. So this much we've done. Let's click outside, gone, and at least this particular section is done. And when it comes to the name, so if I name it B or something, again I will be getting the name directly, but yeah, this is how it's gonna be going to be. And this particular section is gonna be for you, this is gonna be for other people. Okay, what else? I can just simply have you over here, but if I actually just make it you, it's gonna be quite a big one. Obviously it's gonna be a big one, and this is not even bad. And how about for others then? Okay, I can have a smaller message just below, so that will also make sense. Okay, apart from this particular thing, nothing else. I need to have a chat box to just enter the chat and all. Let's simply focus on that and get this particular functionality done somehow, and then later we'll make it better. So close this chat panel. Chat panel only should contain that as well. So chat panel, it has the chat messages, but apart from the chat messages, it needs to contain one more thing, and that is actually, so apart from these chat messages, I can just get rid of these. It needs to have chat input box as well. So I'm going to have one more div, and that's gonna be chat input box. So this, or I have this chat message, but I don't have chat message container. Chat message container.tsx or fc, or let's make it chat messages only, so that it's clear that there are more than one messages. Chat messages, and inside panel I'm merely gonna be having chat folder, and inside that I will have chat messages. I will have this, and what else? Chat panel, that's gonna be inside this as well, and that's it. And just below this I will have participants, just like this. Similarly it's gonna be chats. Just organizing the things better, I don't know, but I feel like it should be organized though. So inside participants I will have participants container, I will have participants panel, and many more things. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. And when it comes to this chat section, so I'm gonna be having this chat messages over here, and when I have this chat messages, and one more thing, inside this I'm gonna be having input box. So chat input, chat input dot okay, that's fine. Chat input dot tsx or fc chat input. So this is fine as well. Get rid of this. Once I have this much chat messages, this is gonna be the main part, and get rid of this. So what will I actually do? I have this chat panel over here, and first of all get rid of both the things. I will have inside the chat panel, I'm going to have chat messages. I think I'm not exporting anything, so let's even fix that. Chat messages, chat messages, that's being exported. Import it here. Once this is done, chat input, this is done as well. Coming back to chat messages, inside this I'm gonna be having this over here. I will have chat message inside chat messages, and this is how they are gonna be here. Should not be problem, but definitely there's gonna be style related issue. Chat messages I have here. What is the issue? And that is the chat panel does not have that, so the location of the chat panel has been changed, and that is inside sidebar view panels.tsx. so the panels that I actually have, I need to close this. So this is the section, cut it from here, and as for this one I'm gonna be importing it again. So this particular thing is fixed. Close this. So click on this, click on this. This is how things look like. The another thing is that if there is a participant, enter, click on this one, that participant is gonna be here. As for the chats, the flex is not what is the issue here? I have chats panel. Inside this chat panel I have chat messages, and this chat messages contain this, but it does not have flexor. So in that case these things need to be on top of each other. First of all, this thing, it needs to be flex, that is right, and flex column, that is okay, gap 3. But apart from this particular thing, I'm gonna be having same properties here as well, so that it actually has some space. And apart from this particular thing, coming back to this one, chat input, flex 1, let me paste the same properties here as well. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Flex column, gap, forget about the gap. Items between, don't I have this? Flex justify between. So the chat input is gonna be actually at the end, and it's time to just simply work on this chat input box. So inside this I'm gonna be having an input box, and placeholder enter your message. I'm gonna be having a button, send. So this is how I'm gonna be having the things. Let me make it better. Class name bg white, text is gonna be dark black. Okay, apart from this particular thing, width is gonna be full. Width is already full by default, so no need to worry about that. Rounded is gonna be large. Px is gonna forget about px. Py is gonna be 3 or maybe 2, the whole. Coming back to this one, class name, text is gonna be black. Place holder, place holder. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It needs to have, first of all, this is fine. I'm gonna be giving it some padding as well, padding bottom and all. For giving the padding, the top level div can actually have that. So top level div in the sense, I have this chat messages, right? Before even that I have this chat panel, and inside this chat panel I have the messages and this much. And when it comes to this chat panel, it does not really have any padding at all. Padding bottom 3 5 or maybe 3. So this is how things are gonna be going on. Apart from this particular thing, as for this input, class name black, that is okay. px is actually gonna be 3, and this much is fine. Not only that, I'm gonna be keeping it flex, that is not already. So once this is actually flex, so this is actually gonna be flex 1, and that's it. So this is how things are gonna be going on. Give it some padding. px is actually gonna be 3, 2. px send. Did I give it any padding? Nope. So height is gonna be full. That doesn't work. That means it has the padding already. So let's simply get rid of this padding. Px is fine, py is not fine. So let's simply get rid of this. I'm gonna be padding here by default. So let's simply get rid of this height. That's gonna be 2. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Border is actually gonna be none. Remove the border. I still have that border. What is that thing called then? Border is none. And ring, I don't know. There is input border. I have already made that none. In that case, okay, what is this? What to name it? I get something. By default there is no borders, okay, but as soon as I click on this, what is this thing called? If I don't know, how will I remove it? I knew it, yeah. Okay, when an input box is clicked, I get a border. What is that called? Outline. So border none, outline none. So I will not have any outline. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. I can just simply enter the message and all, and overall things look like this. And the whole part, this border to border gray, 500, 600, 800. It should actually be 2. In that case, let's make it 7. Rounded full. Okay, not the worst thing actually. Now, neither the best nor the worst. This is the flex. Forget about the gap, but I definitely want to give it a margin right. It's gonna be around 3. That's it. BG gray around 500. Rounded full text white, and it has some padding by default, right? So let me give it a PL only 2. So this is how it's gonna be going on, and this button is gonna be having PS. That's gonna be 3. This is enough, right? I'm gonna be removing the border from here. So the border that I actually have here, let's simply get rid of it. And does it have any padding? PL left is it has, and PX3. And apart from this particular thing, this is the button, this is this, and PX, this has the padding PX3, PY2, and this. There is some extra, there is some space left there, and that could be because of what? I have BG white, flex left padding left to text black, rounded full. Rounded full is something that's causing the issue. This does not have any border. Let me put border none. I mean, it should not have any border by default anyway. That's right. Or I will give it the border this time, so that it doesn't have that. So border is gonna be there, and border color I will be deciding as per my choice, and that's gonna be BG Gray 500. So now it looks a bit better, even if it has the border. It doesn't look as expected, but okay, let's go ahead. This much is fine for now. Later I will be making it better, because this design is definitely gonna be taking a lot of time. Cursor, pointer, and whenever I focus over that, at that time, BG Gray, that's actually gonna be 600. So coming back to this one, not like this. Active. Yeah, this is fine. So ultimately overall UI is ready. Let's simply work on the functionality part, and once we've worked on the once we've worked on the functionality part, then it's gonna be done, and that's it. This is how the things are gonna be going on. Interesting thing, ultimately we've done this much. How long has it been? 1 hour 59 minutes. Amazing. Am I gonna stop here? Nope. Let's work on the functionality part, because this is not even gonna be done yet. I mean, I will even have to add the files and all. Files in the sense, if I click on this, there should be a file icon. So there are gonna be actually two inputs over here. Let me even have one more. This is gonna be one of the inputs. Just on top of that, I'm gonna be having one more. Type is actually gonna be file over here, and placeholder is gonna be somewhat like plus, and let's simply remove everything. BG red, let's make it 300 so that that's actually visible. Don't know how it's gonna be looking like. Okay, interesting. I have these many inputs boxes right now. How am I supposed to just remove choose file no choose file no file? First of all, it doesn't have a placeholder, so let's get rid of this. This is the first thing. Second thing is that by default I need to make it hidden. So class name, this should actually be hidden, so that I have only this much, and I'm gonna be having a div that will say plus, and the class name, first of all, flex. Items are actually gonna be center. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Apart from this particular thing, this should actually be the label for that. So I can just simply say that, bro, don't be like this. Rather, you are actually gonna be a label. Label can be of a form label. HTML4, this should be label for file input. This should be plus, and whenever, let's give it the ID. So ID is actually gonna be file input. I think this is how it should be going on. I hope it will work. Not sure about this thing, but text is gonna be 2XL, 3XL. Okay, let's text gray 700. This is how it's gonna be going on. Margin left is gonna be around 3. Too much, 2. Text size 4XL. So this is more than enough. Let's make it 600. Probably 500. So this is how it's gonna be looking like. What? Cursor, pointer, and this is okay. Apart from this particular thing, this button that I have over here, padding y2. So padding y2, it's actually gonna be like this. and that's it. So if I click on this, here we are. I can just simply select a file from here, and if I click outside, then of course that's gonna be collapsed, but if I click on inside this, then it's gonna be still there. So yeah, ultimately we have the functionality, almost everything. Right now we have to just simply work on the business logic, and let's work on it. Yeah, why to leave it right here. Okay, how to work on the business logic, that's gonna be interesting. Control shift control KW, just stop everything, collapse everything as well. Control W, let's simply close this as well. Click on front end. All what I have to create a state for the messages, so that I have all the text messages and all, and those messages are gonna be categorized as well. So first of all, I need to have the messages. Now messages for the chats, they should contain an object, and they should be categorized. So what all do I need to have inside them? I need to have the name, who sent that. I need to have okay, let's see how we are gonna be doing it. First of all, inside features, inside meeting, media slice or meeting, just meeting. Inside this, I'm gonna be creating one more slice over here. That slice is mainly gonna be for chat, because for the chat I will have many things. Or let's meeting slice, chat slice. Okay, let's keep it in. Let's have it inside this only. So inside meeting, let's create it. Chat slice.ts. So this is mainly gonna be for chat. Gonna be let's do one thing. Let's go to the React Redux. It's been a long time even coming to this particular website. I've been just simply copying and pasting the things. So it's time to, I will do the same, copy and paste, but I will copy and paste from here. So React Redux tutorial. Khul ja. Why is it taking time? Am I facing network issue? Oh yeah, I am. But that simply means it should be working fine, but it is taking time. For what reason? Okay, get started. Whew. Why is it taking time? Let me remove the kind of what I have something in front of me, so let me remove that, so that that work is gonna be coming directly. Just a minute, I'll be back. Oh, it's crazy. Why does it look like this? This is insane. I'll have to wear a sweater in that case. There's so much flash. I just removed that, but it's gonna be too much. Let me do one more thing. Now this is the craziest thing ever. Right now it's a bit better, not the worst thing ever, right? Let's continue. So coming back to this one, I was here. So what was I about to do? I was about to create the slice. How about network? That network issue has been resolved. Coming back to this one, React Redux, right? Yeah, dark mode, and getting started. When getting started, I have almost everything. I just need to have the slice, quick start, How am I supposed to gonna be getting the slice, counter slice? Just copy the whole thing from here. Baki, I will be making the changes. So chat slice, I'm gonna be having it here. Increment, decrement, let's simply get rid of all this. So I'm gonna be having reducers over here. I can get rid of this. Initial state, there is nothing. Value. Const initial state, that's actually gonna be an object. That's it. So this particular section is actually gonna be equals to initial state. Okay, this is gonna be the chat section. Chat slice, create slice, control C, control V, control V. So this much is done. Let's simply get rid of this as well. So this much is done. Now I need to go to my store. So let's simply go to the store. So store in the sense not redux, store.ts. Over here I have to specify this chat slice as well. So chat reducer, actually chat is gonna be equals to chat chat slice. Let's simply get the chat slice, but this is actually gonna be chat reducer, just like this, gonna be coming here, and that's exported by default. So chat reducer, this is how it's gonna be going on. So almost everything is ready, and once everything is actually ready, so simply close this, and here inside the initial state I will have my chat. Chat is actually gonna be an array of what? That is something I need to think about. So when it comes to chat, so I need to have the name, I need to have the message, and not only message, there can be some file as well. So I don't know how will I get the file, but I will be even digging deeper into that, but I need to have the file as well. So at least these things I need to have for the chat. Apart from this particular thing, I need to have the connection ID, I need to have meeting ID, and I need to have whether that is a host or not. So is host. So I need to have all these things. So from the backend side, I can send the name. If I send so okay, from the front end I am gonna be sending the connection ID. That connection ID will actually go to the backend, will find even meeting ID will be forwarded then. So when actually sending some message from the front end side, so at that time I definitely have my connection ID. That's right. Using that connection ID I can send it to the backend, right? Then I can check which meeting this user belongs to. That is also right. Oh yeah. Or I can even send the meeting ID at the same time, and I will be checking whether this user belongs to the meeting or not. So two things I will be sending, the connection ID as well as the meeting ID. Both the things are going to be sent, and once I'm sending both the things, the message will go to the backend signaling server, of course. Socket.io will handle that. So once the message actually and even I need to send the message with this, I need to send my name, so I will be sending this data. Even if there is a file, I need to send the file as well. So ultimately these are the things I have to send from here. Is host is not quite required, so let's simply get rid of this. But ultimately this much I'm gonna be sending from, even I'm gonna be sending the value of is host. So the good thing is that once I have the is host, so host message should be just highlighted a bit, just because of that reason. So ultimately all these things need to be sent from the front end side to the back end. Once received in the back end, I will get the using the meeting ID. First of all, I will check whether the user exists and the meeting ID there is a meeting or not. After that, I will forward this message to the users with the connection ID of the current user. So this connection ID is gonna be becoming from over there. This is gonna be to when I send the message initially, then it will become from okay, from this particular user this actually message came from. So at the end I will have my name, I can enter it. I will have this, connection ID I will have, and I will have meeting ID as well. And that from connection ID will be useful to check if that connection ID equals to me at that time. Don't I'm gonna be on the left side, otherwise I'm gonna be on the right side. So this is how the plan is right now. So let's simply go ahead. Overall planning is done. Okay, so first of all, oh, there is a bug, it's bothering me. Okay, what to say to barraiya in English, yaar? Barraiya in English. Haan, barraiya in English. Wasp. there was a wasp. It's really what harmful, so don't be careful from them. If they just bite you somehow, then you are gone. Okay, by the way, coming back to this one, so this is the overall plan कि भैया ये होने वाला है. अब let's start working on that. And in this chat section, let's have the type of this type, or let me create the interface. So interface initial state, this much is done. I will have chat okay, then chat's definitely gonna be an array. Let's name it a array of any type, so any array, but I need to make it better in the sense, come back here, interface chat, and chat will have few things. First of all, chat will have name is gonna be string. Chat will have message is gonna be string. what else message file. अब ये फाइल का क्या करना है भाई? I don't know about the file yet. I will be searching online कि exactly भैया क्या कैसे कर सकते हैं. But for right now I'm gonna be making it any, and again this file is gonna be completely optional. Message is gonna be optional as well. Message is gonna be optional. Message should be there. File is definitely gonna be optional. I will be digging deeper into it, don't worry. But this functionality I will make it. So control W, not control W. Coming back to this one, I have this much connection ID. So let's have the connection ID and meeting ID just at the top. So I'm gonna be having my name. I'm gonna have the connection ID, that's gonna be string, and lastly I will have meeting ID, that's gonna be string. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. And as for this chat, this is gonna be the array of this. So there are gonna be many ones, and this is how it's gonna be going ahead. This initial state is the type, so I'm gonna be just giving it the type over here. Okay, coming back to this one, this is done. And inside reducers I will have set chat, and I will be getting the state, I will be getting the action. Once I got the action, after that state dot chat dot push. And what will I do once I got this? So action dot payload. So it's like bhai ki is this should be chats actually. So state dot chats dot push, I'm gonna be pushing the payload that I get. So this is the first thing, set chat. Array, yeah, I should be able to type. This much is done. And the last thing is that I will remove the chat as well. Obviously I will. So remove chat. Okay, let's have the functionality of removing the chat as well. You should be able to delete your chat. For that thing I will have to work more on the UI, but yeah, let's have it so that if we want to apply it in future, then we know what we have to do. So state dot chats dot push, not push down, state dot chats I have to remove. Okay, state dot chats dot filter. I will be getting the chat. Once I got the chat dot what, I have to remove it, right? This chat itself should have an ID. If the chat doesn't have any ID, in that case how will I remove that? Yeah, so I will be giving the chat an ID as well. That's right, it needs to be given. So whenever I just send the message from here, an ID will be sent. And just a sec, ID, chat definitely needs to have an ID, so that if I want to delete, I should be able to delete that. I cannot find the chat using the connection ID, meeting ID, message file name. Nope, I need to have an ID. So it's how am I gonna be generating is up to me, but I definitely need to have an ID. That's gonna be like this. And what is the issue? ID. Okay, the problem is here. So chat, from here I will be getting the chat. Once I got the chat, so chat dot ID, if that's not equals to the ID that I got. By the way, this is gonna be action dot payload. Okay, inside the action dot payload, I'm actually gonna be sending the ID. By the way, over here the type of this action is gonna be payload. And what is the type? This action will contain the value of payload, and what will that payload be? First of all, this should be not payload, this should be payload action, and the value that it will have inside payload, that's actually gonna be altogether an object that simply means chat. This is the type it will have. And when it comes to this value over here, so payload action, the payload will contain the type. What will the payload contain? So over here it will directly contain the chat object, so ultimately this much. It will just contain the ID, that's gonna be string. So at the end of the day I will be sending the ID from there, and once the ID is received over here, that's actually gonna be string once I get that. So I'm gonna be just working with this like this, or I can do one thing, that's actually gonna be the ID and string. So I'm going to get the ID, so payload.id. So the ID that I'm actually getting from the front end side, completely up to me, whichever way I want to have it, I can have it. I'm just simply going to send the ID, chat ID, to remove, and this is going to be removed. And lastly, I can even reset it, and if there's any need to just make some changes and all, so we can do it anytime. Reset chat, sorry, remove chat, and lastly I'm gonna have reset chat. I don't know, maybe it's going to be needed when if I want to reset the whole chats and all. So reset chat, only host can do this. State, nope, no action needed. State.chats, empty array, simple. Okay, so this much is done. What else can I do? I can set the chat, I can remove the chat, I can reset the chat. I think this is the only thing that this much I need. And after that, what else do I need to do? The next thing, I have initial states. Let me just export all these actions from here. So set chat, remove chat, reset chat. So this much is done. Let's simply get rid of this as well. So overall things are done. We have the things right now, and we can have only one more thing as well. As soon as someone starts typing, so this can be done later. I mean, all the advanced feature that I may even think of right now, all of them can be implemented later as well, so we don't need to worry about them. Just overall chat, it should be just workable. First of all, it should start working, and after that just add whatever you want to add, right? So let's simply close everything. Coming back to this chat components, meeting sidebar. Inside meeting sidebar I have panels, inside panels I have chat, inside chat I have this chat input. So this is where I have to focus on. So first of all, from here I have to get the input, as simple as that. Rendering is a different game altogether. Const chat message, even I need to have the file if needed. So message, set message, and that's gonna be use state. What is the issue? Use state. Okay, this is gonna be empty string. Const file, I need to have the file as well. Set file, use state file. How can I get the file? Getting the file is easy. You can just simply get the file, then you will be sending it back to the do I need to send it to the backend? I do. Let's see how it's gonna be getting done. I'm gonna be just making a search here, and then I'll be back. Okay, let's done a few things done over here. Then I will have to just go to Google, make a search exactly how it's done. Then I'll be back and then continue. I'll continue from here on. Maybe today or in the evening or tomorrow, but it will definitely be done. But here value is gonna be message on change. I'm gonna be getting the event, or let's simply have it handle change. Okay, I'm gonna be writing it separately because I need to define the types as well, but completely up to you. Const handle change. I will be getting the event. That event is on input type. So change event on HTML input element. Done. Set message event dot target dot value. So this is done. Same is gonna be happening with the file. Right now I just need to go and make a Google search and all. Handle send message. So this is how CLG sending message. And not only this, if I'm actually sending the message, I need to know about myself, exactly who is sending the message. So const current participant, use selector, React Redux, state dot what. The current participant is gonna be coming from the meeting dot current participant. This is how it's gonna be going on. As for the value, root state. So this is how it's gonna be going on. I have the current participant. From the current participant, I will get the meeting ID, connection ID, is host, name. I will be getting all these things. Once I have all these things, once I have the message, I can just simply send the message. And when it comes to sending the message, it can be even simple, but for sending a message, I need to have socket. From where will I get the socket? I have a function for that, and that function is inside utility lib. Inside lib, I have this socket manager, and from this socket manager, I have this function. This simply returns me the socket. So const socket is gonna be equals to get socket. अरे भाई get a socket. Fine, I got the socket. I have the message. Let's simply worry about the message for now. I have the message. I got the socket. I got the current participant. Socket dot emit. Do I need to do it like this? Yeah, do it like this. Socket dot emit send message. Going to take the help of AI over here. If I want to send the message, what should be the crazy help? I want to know the name of the type. What should I name the event when I am sending the message? I think it should be send message. Send message, yeah, that's the one. By the way, made a mistake. This should be like this. So let's name it send message, and I'm gonna be just simply passing the payload from here. So kind of payload needs to be sent. Chat payload, just like this. I need to create the payload here. So const chat payload, that's gonna be equals to what? First of all, I need to have the name. Name is gonna be equals to what? And let's do one thing. I'm gonna be having everything from current participants. So dot current participants, and just below that I will have the message if I have. So message is gonna be equals to message, and if I have the file is gonna be equals to file. So this is how these things are gonna be going on. Simple, easy peasy. So current participant returns what? What is the type of current participant? Meeting participant. What is the meeting participant? अरे भाई, हाँ, meeting participant किधर है? Okay, meeting participants contains definitely the name, and so let's get it directly here. Meeting participants from here. Let's what the hell? Current participant, meeting participant. What is the problem with this? Meeting null is not assignable to this. Okay, that's fine. This can actually be null as well. So this is fine. Meeting participants, what do they contain? Connection ID, meeting ID, name, and is host. These are the values that they hold. By the way, I don't even need to pass it, but I just passed it because I had to check it, and so it contains all of that. Then message and then file. That's it. After that, what do I have to do? Socket.emit, send a message. Done. Then what is the next job? The next job is that you can even have a toast message that your message is sent and all, but I don't really think that is required. And once this is done, then on the socket side, what is going to be the next job? The next job is gonna be कि भाई go to socket. Over here, whenever the connection gets connected, you have to listen for that particular event. So the event is gonna be somewhere here. socket dot on send message listen for this particular event, you will be getting the data, so get the data and then do something with the data, completely up to you. So this is how the things are gonna be going on. Send message WebRTC signal. Okay, this is the thing. By the way, what will I be doing from here? Let me just write the I will not check it, but overall logic, let me write that. So as soon as I got it from there, then what next? What am I sending from there? I'm sending the payload. That payload contains this. Is this right? No. Why? Because name is fine. If my name is gonna be current participant dot name, that is okay. And even I have to check whether the current participant actually exists. After that, this is actually going to be from current participant dot connection. From this particular user, it's being sent. So I will have name, I will have from, and should I send it like this? It's completely up to me. I can send it this way as well, or I can send the other way, but yet it's good to just have this. Okay, so if not current participant, just simply return from here, no need to do that. But if there is a current participant, so this is the participant, from this particular participant this is being sent. So from connection ID, let's give it proper name, and after that is host. I can just simply keep it from, that will make sense. From ID should be fine. Host is gonna be current participant is host, and lastly current participant dot, how many things do I get? Name from meeting ID. So let's simply send the meeting ID as well, and meeting ID is gonna be current participant dot meeting ID. So the participant actually sent the message from this particular meeting. Let's simply have this over here. So this is how. So I have name, I have from ID, I have is host, and this message and file are already there. Then I will be getting all those things inside the data. So data dot, I will be able to get all the stuff. So coming back to this one, I'm going to get everything, and from here I have to just simply forward, and that is why I just simply sent everything from there directly. So even this whole message is going to be sent to the other user. So this user sent, this is the from ID of that particular user, this is the host, with that is the host or not, meeting ID, message and file. And what will I be doing over here? Once I got it here, I will be just simply forwarding it. And how will I forward it? I will forward it based on meeting ID. So I have this particular meeting, so this particular message should be sent to all of them excluding me. So if I am sending, this message should not be sent back to me, but it should be sent to others for sure. So first of all, coming back to this one socket, actually got the message over here, and after that socket dot you include me, socket in this don't include me. I'm gonna be getting the meeting ID. Of course I will get the meeting ID from here itself. So const meeting ID will be, I will get it from the data itself once I got the meeting ID. So this particular event or message should be sent event should be sent to all the users in this particular meeting, not in socket means it will not include me. Dot emit send a message data. So this is the whole payload that I'm actually sending. So, and just after that, again that's gonna be a to do. I will have to check whether this actually works or not. But apart from this particular thing, I can go back to my front end, and once I'm actually on the front end side, this is the backend side, right? So on the front end side, I can go to the signaling section. So signaling inside the lib. Where is the lib? This is the lib, signaling.ts. Over here I can listen for that particular event. So deny permission. Let's send a message. Is this a better name right now? Send a message. Let's see. Get message should be. Send a message should be simple. Send a message. Emit. Even better, production. Chat sender. Message sender. Meeting send. Okay. I'm gonna be listening for this particular event. Name of the event when I get the message. Name of the event when I get the message. Chat send. अरे भाई, chat receive, right? Chat send, chat receive. It's a better way to just. Okay, let's go with this as well. This is not the best, worst thing ever, right? So chat send and chat receive. So I'm gonna be renaming it. Renaming in the sense over here when I'm actually sending the message. So this is gonna be send a message. Let's go with this only. I'm gonna be with this particular. Okay, but that is also a better way. Chat send, chat receive, and all. And from the socket side, this is actually gonna be get message or receive message. CEIVE receive message, and inside signaling server. CEIVE receive message, socket dot on CEIVE receive message. I'm gonna be getting the data once I got the data. Okay, once I got the data, CLG message CEIVE received. Now to do is gonna be save the data in the state. So ultimately this is how it's gonna be going on. The only thing, the another to do is that to do no figure out how you can send the files. So this is the only thing that I have to just know more about. How can I get the file? How can I send it to the backend? Then how can I forward it from the backend to the next step? I could have converted it to the base 64 image. That is also possible. Let's see how many ways are gonna be there. And from here on only, I will just simply continue. It's time to just take a break, and then I will be catching up soon. It's already been 2.5 hours. Quite enough, at least for now. I'm gonna be catching up soon. Until then, take care. See you and bye bye.